Alright everybody, welcome to RustBucket. This is the brand spanking new game out from Nitrome. We're going to take a little look at it. Okay, so here's what they've got provided for us so far. So there's a tutorial that you'll play through when you first click start. It'll take you through 10 different stages, just kind of teaching you the different, all the different bad guys, all the different traps and stuff that they have at this point. The coming soon, don't really know exactly what that is. My best guess is that they're probably going to come out with a campaign for this, which would be awesome because this game is actually fantastic. I'm excited to see that there's going to be a campaign out with a bunch more levels and hopefully a lot more baddies. So anyways, the other thing that you'll see here is what's this big sword looking thing here, right? Because if that's a tutorial and that's the campaign, then what is this down here? Well, let's go ahead and hop in and we're going to play around here and show you what this is. So this is the endless mode. And what this does is takes all the elements from the tutorial and combines them into a procedurally generated level. And you just clear room after room. Each gets bigger and more complex and harder, and you see how far you can get. You slide in any direction with your finger to move, and then it's turn-based. So everything else moves, in their turn. So the blobs, they take like 2 turns to move. And as long as, so when they're red, so this guy down there that you'll see, he's about to move, and then it shows X's as to where if you move there, then you'll die. That's their attacking places. So if you move there, then if you move to the left, then the pig would kill you. If you move down, then the blob would kill you. Alright, so I'm going to clear this room real quick here. Alright. The other thing is that you can collect coins, and sometimes they'll be hidden in these vases. There's like alternate doors you can go in. I haven't really figured out the whole purpose with those. I mean, unless that you're just trying to like run away maybe. Or maybe farm some coins. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out. They just kind of seem like they're there. But then to progress to the next stage, you just go to the next door, and there you go. Alright, so these guys are tricky. So they move every single turn instead of taking, like a turn or two to move. Let's see. Alright. Yeah. So the pigs, they'll move in the direction that they're facing. But in order to turn, they take 1 turn in order to be able to turn 90 degrees. So if you're behind them, they'll take 2 turns to move. There's that. So there's a coin. And I mean, I guess the point of the game is just to get the highest score as you can, as well as you can see how many coins you can collect. There's no shop yet in the game. I'm going to assume that they're going to be adding a shop because there's currency. And it's it's pretty standard Nitrome Nitrome policy, I guess, to do that. Alright, so let's move on to the second stage. Alright, so the other thing you'll see is like there's a shadow, and only guys that are inside of the light area, they're the ones that move. So the guys down there, like the skull and the 2 blobs, they're not going to move until I get close enough for them to be able to see. Alright. Okay, so this guy, his positioning is just such that every time I move, he's going to be following me just out of place, that I can't attack him, and if I move towards him, then he'll attack me. So you need to find like a vase or something to take an empty action. There isn't, you can't just like tap the screen or anything to take an empty action like most well, I shouldn't say most, some turn-based games will have that feature. So it adds a different element to it, that you have to have vases in order to be able to progress sometimes. There we go, there was a hidden coin. Alright, let's go to level 3. Alright, so then this, okay. I was hoping I could get them lined up again so I could explode them both. Usually when there's a bomb, I don't know, we'll just see if he shows up. Looks like we might be okay. Alright. Okay, there, that worked. And then these flames, you know, they work just on a timed turn-based tactic strategy. I am almost speaking words today. Alright. Okay. And there's one guy down here. We'll just go ahead and take care of him. Sometimes I get too rushed or too impatient, and I just want to, you know, cruise through it all. And that's when I mess up, because I take one extra step and I didn't realize that I couldn't move there. Alright, so these guys, they'll hop, and you can go underneath them, but you can't, you know, move to where they're going to. So, yeah, I don't know, they're not that tricky. Okay, so this guy right here, these guys are, they won't necessarily kill you, but they work like the pigs, but they push you, right? So, I mean, they'll turn towards you, and like, they're just there to get in the way, basically. So, and you can't just attack them. There's no way to just get rid of them that way. So the only way to get rid of them is to take them down to a bomb and explode them like that. And that's why I didn't just explode it in the beginning. It's like, usually when there's a bomb, it means that there's one of them. It's just from what I've noticed. And hopefully, there's always a bomb that's generated when those guys are generated. Yeah, see, up in the top left there. There's one. Alright, so those guys take 2 hits, as you saw there. Okay, see, so the only gripe that I have with this game is sometimes I will move in a direction, and maybe I just didn't swipe enough in that direction that it's like, oh yeah, you definitely moved up rather than, you know, to the side. Like, it was just just enough at a diagonal that it read as a wrong action. It screwed me over once or twice, you know. It's messed me up. Okay. Alright, easy enough. He'll move down. We can do a double on him. Alright. And then these guys, these little green guys that this little green guy that I just found, he's your little friend. So you can actually control him like yourself. The only, let me think. So the one thing with them that I've noticed that's a little bit tricky is that you can't just move them if you're against a wall, which is, it's an interesting choice, I guess. I don't think I can. Oh, I can swap with them. That's cool. I didn't know I could do that. Huh. All right. Okay. So there's our door up there. Should be able to take care of him. And you, no problem. And let's keep our little friend with us here. Let's see. So we'll move down beside him and go to our next room. Okay. Oh, look, we got another friend. So it quickly escalates though when you have all of these different guys to keep track of. You know, because you see, I think I just blew up a bomb, because you have to make sure that each one of your moves is not gonna mess up with one of the other guys if you want to keep them all. A lot of the times, you'll be concentrating on one of the green guys, moving them around, and not paying attention to where you actually are. And you move yourself into a bad position, and you get yourself horribly murdered. See, so that's actually really, oh shoot. See, so that's one of those situations where it should have been fine, you know, because I did slide left, but for some reason it moved me up instead because it was maybe just had enough at a diagonal. I don't know. It's probably my fault. Maybe I should turn on what do you call that thing? I guess like the mouse. You know, for the recording, so that you can see where I'm actually touching, so that you know that I'm not lying. Okay, so let's move up. Get him. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Because if we move down, the skull's gonna move to the right, and they're both gonna be facing me. Let's do it, and move back up, and then we can kill him, and then he'll move into position for us to kill him. Nice. Alright, so I'm guessing that these, I mean, I haven't had a lot of experience with these little allies that you pick up, because they're pretty tricky to keep track of, and I haven't really just bothered with them. But I think that they're actually, see, I almost lost him there. All right, hold on. I need to get him back. Okay, see, now I'm activating a bunch of weirdos, trying to get this guy back to a position that I can manage him with. Okay, well, let's just take care of this big real quick. Alright. Then, okay. I really want him to not, I want him to follow me into that room. Okay. I hope that doesn't blow him up, does it? Oh, it kills me? Alright, well, lesson learned, I guess. I mean, that makes sense because like when you learn it, it shows like an explosion everywhere except for the guy that exploded it. So I probably should have picked up on that, but that's the first time I tried that. But anyway, there's a quick look at RustBucket. Honestly, I think this is the best mobile game that they've created yet. I really enjoyed Beneath the Lighthouse, and it felt like a classic Nitrome game where there was a lot of levels, you know, to really experiment with their new, you know, quirky mechanics and everything like that. And so I'm really excited to see where this game goes because I hope that it's well received and everyone really likes it and they make enough money from this to continue development on it because it's a really well made game. It's really it has a lot of potential to grow too. And I've only made it 5 levels. The highest achievement, let's go ahead and take a look at that. The highest achievement that you can get is to get to room 9, which is the graveyard. So I've made it to room 5, and so that'll be pretty challenging to get that far, but it can go even further than that. I feel like they can progress with that, make new enemy types, you know, really refine the procedural generation and make it more fun. You know, maybe add on to those extra rooms that you go into, actually make it worth going into them, because right now it's just pots, you know, and maybe there's something inside them, maybe there's not, because they're mostly just there for the empty actions. And every now and then you'll find a coin inside of them. It would be nice if there was like a chest, you know, like an actual treasure chest where you know that there's a coin inside of them, or that you know that you're going to receive some kind of reward, so that you actually have a reason to go into the levels or into those side rooms, you know, and do more, you know, go the extra mile to you know, receive those extra rewards. And then of course, you know, a shop would be awesome, you know, so that you actually have something to do with your coins. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm probably going to play a lot more of it. I'm going to try to get to level 9. We'll see if I do another recording of it. This was fun. Hopefully it turns out okay. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. Nitrome, awesome job. It really feels like you guys are getting the hang of the mobile market. You know, it feels like you guys are settling back in. Up till now, it's been a lot of just, you know, endless survival modes and everything. And this is kind of that, but it feels like there's more. You know, you get more out of each play session. There's things to reach for. There's things to go for, and I really like that. I really like that you're progressing. You know, and you're bringing back the old Nitrome. yeah, so excited to see where you guys are going from here. Excited to see if you add on to this. Hope that this does well. Um, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks so much for joining.